Anyway, I'll introduce myself. I'm Daria. I'm the journey coordinator here at Nada's Italy, and I have my phenomenal colleague, Georgia. She's our program director based in Rome. I'm based
Buongiorno.
in South Florida, and we are here to I help the clients prepare for travel, and Georgia does all the reservations, assists all the journey directors, is your emergency contact for those on tour, and a little bit of everything in between.
Right.
Anyway, thank you for joining. And what we're going to speak about today is going to be food and wine in Italy, which is basically all they do over there, in addition to other fun things. But this is probably the most fun that the clients have is to enjoy the delicious food and wine that Italy has to offer. And of course, every region is different. Every area in Italy is different regarding their food, their culture, their wine, the grapes that produce these delicious wines. Everything is unique per region. So we're going to touch on a little bit of that today. Of course, there's so much you can really break down by region, by uh, genre, everything. You could break it down as much as you want, but we'll touch a little bit broadly today of the best that Italy has to offer. So thank you again for coming. Okay, next slide, please. Okay, like I said, we're going to do an overview of what we do here. I'm not sure if you guys are actual clients, past clients, new to us, but we'll give you a little overview of what we do here at Nada's Italy, how we travel, some of the things that we see, some of the things that we experience. We'll break down a few of the tours, and then of course give you some tips and some examples of things that you could do. We also have a custom department, which is wonderful for people that don't want to do a small group tour, or if you have some special occasions like honeymoons or weddings or multi-generational trips with family, graduations, anything under the sun, we can completely customize for you. So we have a wonderful custom department that can handle anything. And we'll touch on a few of the things culinary wise that they have done for clients in the past that is really unique and really impressive. So to give you a little taste of what we do here. And then of course we'll open for questions.
This is Julie. If I could interrupt for a second.
Hi,
Julie and
Jill.
JKT are both me. I have it going
Oh,
on my phone and I can't turn it off. This is showing there are only 6 participants. It-
correct.
Well, the only one that's not as Italy appears to be me,
Yes, yes. Julie, what's your last name?
Theodore.
Okay. So you just recently signed up, correct?
Probably a couple months ago.
Yes, yes. Yeah, and we've gone back and forth. I remember.
So I guess I'm really asking, is there any point in going through your presentation for an audience of one?
Yes, because we will be also publishing this on YouTube, and we'll use different segments of it for other things in the future. So yeah,
Okay.
answer your question. So feel free to keep your camera off, and if you have any questions at the end, I'm happy to go over. And of course, we're happy that it's basically a private presentation for you, Julie. So worry not.
Thank you.
Okay. So here, of course, we see the beautiful Tuscan countryside. Julie, remind me, what tour are you on? I can't remember where you're going. Go ahead, feel free to jump in. Next slide, please. Okay, so what is small group travel? You probably know this already, but for those of you who do not, we are a boutique tour operator. We do tours all over Italy and other countries in Europe as well, but we specialize in small groups. So small groups in for us is 6 to 12 people, which is very small. What we love is personalized attention, where of course you get me at your disposal. All of us, of course, are at your disposal, but we specialize in unique experiences. We use small Mercedes vans, so that gives you access to better locations. We don't do any big buses, anything like that. We like to keep the itinerary at a relaxed pace. It's more intimate because we have such small amount of people, and we pride ourselves on giving everyone a unique experience, and we want everyone to feel Italy as a local and not just as a tourist on vacation. So we've been doing this for quite a long time, over 20 years. And our slogan, tours for people who don't go on tours, because we don't want you to feel like a tourist. We want you to feel like a local, a friend. And that's why we do all of our tours with what we call a journey director, who is actually a tour manager. And they travel with you the whole time. They facilitate everything in your tour, making sure that every little detail is touched on. And if there's anything that you need, they're at your disposal. So that is how we like to travel. And we often say that something magical happens when you meet as strangers, you depart as friends. And this I can attest to, working here for several years, that this happens often. And it's one of the best things about hearing the clients that come back from Italy saying that they had such a great time, they made friendships on their tours, and that they're planning trips together in the future. And it's really, really unique and wonderful, and that it makes it all worth it for us. So we love that. Next slide, please. These are some of our wonderful people on tours with us. This middle picture over here is a very small group. We only had 5 people on the group. This is on the end, the red hair is Ilaria. She's one of the journey directors. She's just a ray of sunshine, a phenomenal person, so fun, so knowledgeable, and you could just see she's beaming from ear to ear, smiling. This, of course, is at one of the cooking classes. A lot of times they do make fresh pasta for the cooking classes, so it's a lot of fun. And over to the right, you see another group in their cooking class. A lot of smiling faces, but also looks like some pasta dishes. And then, of course, they get to enjoy what they have made. So it is a lot of fun. Next slide, please. Okay, so what is Italian cuisine? Italian cuisine is part of the Mediterranean diet. It is full of fresh ingredients, seasonal ingredients, and often their dishes do not have a lot of ingredients. So it is very simple but flavorful dishes. There's a lot of vegetables, a lot of vibrant colors. So, of course, you have a lot of nutrients in those. Fresh olive oils. They don't use a lot of processed foods, of course, over there, unfortunately, like we do here. But that's why the diet is so clean. A lot of fresh fishes. Of course, there's meats and dairies, cheeses, things like that, but they really pride themselves on seasonal and fresh ingredients. And that's something that you will enjoy over there immensely. Okay, so some little differences that we have here in America. We like a big breakfast. Lots of, they call it an English breakfast, meaning British, but also in America. In Italy, they don't usually have a big breakfast. They a lot of times eat something sweet, have a coffee. They don't, typically eat things that we eat over here, like pancakes and sausage and, stuff like that. You'll see they have a great variety at the hotels for the breakfast. I mean, there's beyond options of things that you can eat. And having been on a tour myself, I can attest to that. They have phenomenal breakfasts in Italy at the hotels, beautiful, but they tend to eat lighter and then have a more hearty lunch. So when you have lunches over there, a lot of times they come in courses. You can have appetizers. First course is always pasta, then a meat course, and then, of course, a dessert if you like. They are very big in happy hours over there, have an aperitivo, which are wonderful. Of course, you're going to be on vacation, so I hope that you will be partaking in that. And then dinners, because you do have in general more hearty lunch. Dinners are a little bit lighter, so usually we eat a lot at dinner over here, but they of course they're going to be giving you plenty of food. But in general, Italian culture is to have a lighter dinner than we're used to. Another thing, they do not rush their meals, which is wonderful because it gives you more time to digest between meals. Bread. Over here, a lot of places will just give you bread right off the bat on the table. And bread over there is generally for soaking up sauces and things like that. Cappuccino is it's a faux pas to have cappuccino after breakfast. And I don't know why this is, but because cappuccino is really a breakfast item, and lunchtime usually is like a quick espresso, boom, 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 something quick. It's not something that you're taking a long time. So, of course, they will give you cappuccino over there if that's something that you like. But, if someone looks at you funny or pauses, just know that that's not typically what Italians do over there at all. Don't expect your check unless you ask for it. So this also is something different because the wait staff is watching you enjoy your meal. They're not going to rush you and drop the check to you. Of course, when you're with the group, you're not going to have to worry about that. But when you all are on your own, uh, they will not just drop the check to you. Whenever you're ready to pay, just get their attention and they'll be happy to give it to you. But sometimes, it's something that you don't expect at all. Okay, tipping. Tipping is not like how we have here in the US. 15-20% is usually common, but over there will be a surcharge added to your bill, and it's called coperto. You'll see it on the bottom of your bill. It is a service charge, and tipping is minimal because it's a different system over there. So, of course, if you wanted to round up, leave a few euro, leave some coins, then that's perfectly acceptable because it's basically already included. So they're not expecting too much more. If you would like to leave a little bit extra, totally up to you. Okay, so now I'm going to turn it over to Georgia, our program director, and she is going to tell you all about the food and wine in Tuscany.
Grazie Daria, grazie veramente. Buongiorno e benvenuti. I'm so excited. Today, we will explore an unforgettable Italian food journey and discover how much cuisine changed from north to south. Let me ask you this. How many of you think you know Italian food? Well, it is a surprise. Italian food isn't one single cuisine. Italy is made up of 20 different culinary regions, each with its own traditions, ingredients, and soul. What you get in a typical Italian restaurant abroad is often just a small taste of this incredible diversity. So let's start with food and wine in Tuscany. Our tour, Florence and Tuscany. Tuscany, the region that put Italian wine on the world map. Picture this. You're standing in a medieval stone cellar, surrounded by oak barrel, tasting Chianti Classico directly from the winemaker who has been perfecting his craft for 3 generations. That is not a commercial winery tour. This is meeting the real people behind Italy's most famous wines. In Tuscany, we take you behind the tourist trail. You learn to make fresh pasta, as Daria was saying, using the authentic traditional recipe passed down from our grandmothers. La ribollita, the ribollita, a flavorful soup made with vegetables, legumes, and chunks of rustic bread. Originally a humble peasant meal, ribollita is incredibly rich in nutrients and history. Its name means reboiled, and it was traditionally made by reheating leftover vegetable soup with stale bread. You will taste the famous bistecca alla fiorentina, a massive T-bone steak that is simply grilled over olive wood and seasoned with just salt, pepper, and the world's best olive oil. And the cheese. We will meet pecorino makers in the hills around Pienza, where sheep graze on wild herbs, creating cheese that tastes like Tuscan countryside itself. This tour is perfect for wine lovers and anyone wanting that classic, romantic Italian experience you have always dreamed of. If you are a serious foodie, let me tell you about our second tour, La Dolce Vita, Bologna e Umbria. Welcome to Italy's best kept secret for food lovers, the heart of Italy, where we combine Umbria, known as the Green Heart, with Emilia-Romagna, which Italians call the Food Valley. We begin in Emilia-Romagna, where some of Italy's most famous ingredients are born. Imagine stepping into a traditional prosciuttificio to see and taste authentic Parma ham, right where it's made. Then visit organic Parmesan farms, where wheels of Parmigiano Reggiano age slowly in quiet cellar. And yes, you will taste it, paired with the fresh bread and local lambrusco. Then we visit an acetaia, where real balsamic vinegar of Modena has been crafted for generations, aged 12, 25, even 50 years. Thick, complex, and not like what's in your pantry. Midway through, we transition into Umbria, often called the Green Heart of Italy. Our base is in Montefalco, a hilltop village, a medieval village famous for its panoramic views and its bold Sagrantino wine made from ancient local grapes. Here, we roll up our sleeves for a hands-on cooking class. Then, as we explore medieval towns, we will also visit olive oil mills and family-run wineries, where tradition is poured into every glass. And you won't forget Montefalco Rosso wine that is delicious. It's not just a trip. This is a celebration of Italy's deep connection between food, land, and community. So now, why is food in Italy so different from place to place? Let's compare the North and South. Two culinary worlds in one country. In the North, you have the Alps, snowy winters, and rich soil. Here, the cuisine is elegant and hearty. Butter and cream instead of olive oil. Pasta gives way to risotto and polenta. And proteins are veal, beef, and freshwater fish. Think risotto alla milanese, risotto with saffron, or slow-cooked osso buco, and wines like Barolo and Amarone are powerful and aged to perfection. Now, head south and everything changed. The sun, the sea, the volcanic soil. It's a land of bold, sun-kissed flowers. Dishes are built on tomatoes, olive oil, garlic, eggplant, like the caponata in Sicily, seafood, and fresh herbs. Let's think. Orecchiette con le cime di rapa from Puglia, creamy mozzarella di bufala, and la burrata from Campania, my hometown. So, southern wines like Nero d'Avola or Aglianico are lush and spicy and full of Mediterranean soul. No Italian meal is complete without something sweet, like a crisp Sicilian cannolo filled with creamy ricotta, or tiramisù, or panna cotta, or la sfogliatella. Each region has its own dessert to end the meal in style. These pastries are not just sweet, they are small bites of tradition, best enjoyed with a little glass of limoncello or wine and a good company, of course. So, it is what ties it all together. Respect for ingredient and deep connection to the land. In Italy, food is not reinvented, it's perfected. Each village honors its own traditions. People cook what the land gives them, mountain food in the mountains and seafood by the sea. And every recipe carries story from generation past. That's what makes Italian food so emotional and unforgettable. Thank you all for joining me. And as we say in Italy, buon appetito, ci vediamo presto.
That was beautiful and
Grazie.
so accurate. You know, the North and the South, the East, the West, they're so diverse, so different from each other. And it's a feeling that when you're there, you feel those ingredients, you feel the people, you feel the culture. So it's very special, very special. And that's why we love sharing these memories and sharing the traditions of the Italian people with everyone, because it's something special for everyone. Everyone takes something different away from it. And we have so many Italian Americans here in the US that they find that connection to their roots, to their families, to their excuse me, to their own heritage, that over here is something so important for them. But then when they actually see with their own eyes where their grandparents are from, where their family is from, it's even more special. So we love doing that as well. And that's something that our custom trip department does so well, to connect these heritage trips, as we like to call them. But they also do, if you're interested in doing not just cooking classes, because there is tons of cooking classes that you can do in Italy. Every region offers them, and they're phenomenal. We do them on our tours, at least one cooking class per tour. But some people that are very much into cooking want something a little bit different, and our by design, tour manager Simona, she has created some amazing experiences for people who want a little bit more of Italian cuisine. And she was telling me about some culinary trips that she did for some of our clients in the past. And I thought were completely unique. Of course, we always have available a private home experience where you can cook with normally some kind of nonna, some kind of grandma who loves to share traditions with people and cook in her home. but she also did an experience with a journalist who was a food critic, where the people could cook their their dish and get critiqued on it, which is something very special, or even go to a local restaurant and cook with the chef of the restaurant. So, totally unique experiences. And of course, we do for families. This I did when I was with my own family over there. Kids, they love pizza making, ice cream, gelato, pasta, chocolate. So many different things that you can do. Walking tours in Venice, of course, you'll see, just like every region has their own typical cuisine, even every city has their own local cuisine. So in Venice, you have the cicchetti and the typical baccari, which is like a local wine bar. And those are just little small snacks, like little tapas. Turin, they have chocolate, of course, in the north. And they have a drink, a hot chocolate drink, of course, with coffee and whipped cream. Modena, where they make the delicious balsamic vinegar. Like Georgia said, the birthplace of the culinary experience over in Bologna as well. Um, and everywhere in between, you can always get a little bit of something, whether it's street food or chestnuts or piadine, which we have a picture there of these little local flatbread sandwiches. So we have anything to make your culinary dreams come true. Okay, next slide, please. And here, Julie, if you have any questions for me, I would love to answer them. We have on our website, I'm not sure if you've seen, food and wine blogs. We have a lot of different blogs with a lot of different information. Of course, these are just articles that we have a few of them related to culinary, sipping through Italy, dining like a local, pizza, Italy for foodies, and of course, Stanley Tucci, who has a wonderful show, Eating All Throughout Italy, which we highly recommend. So go ahead, Julie, if you have any questions, anything I can answer for you.
I'm sorry, that took me a while to figure out how to turn on the microphone. Georgia, could you do me a favor, please, and pronounce again the flaky, here I've heard it called
Sfogliatella.
sweetelle.
Is that one the dessert, the sfogliatella?
Sfogliatella. It is not very easy. Sfogliatella. Sfogliatella.
Sofoya.
Sfogliatella is from Campania. It's a crispy and inside has like ricotta cheese together with something sweet. I mean, it's from Naples actually, in Campania.
Oh, okay.
Sfogliatella. Yes, we have a picture I had the picture in the slide.
I saw it.
Okay, perfect. Yes.
Yes, thank you.
Here we
And,
are. Yeah,
and
on the right
another
hand side. Yeah,
another
sorry.
question, do people drink decaf coffee in Italy?
Yes.
Can you commonly get decaf?
Absolutely. But
Yes.
also American coffee, of course, Julie. I mean, if you ask for
Yeah.
American coffee, they do, what we do usually, I don't know if the same in America. We have like the espresso and they give you hot water so you can add and pour into your cup in the espresso and you have the taste of the espresso but lighter like the American coffee, let's say. So we do also this thing, but also American coffee, deca, I mean, so many kind.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Okay, thank you.
Welcome.
I'll be doing the Jewels of the Amalfi Coast. So I believe we're staying in Positano.
Yes.
Yeah.
I thought
Thinking,
that's what you were on. I
yes.
couldn't remember though. Yes.
Julie, the tour is fantastic, it's phenomenal. And the tour leader that we always lead the tour, she's amazing. I mean, you did the right choice.
Good.
Amalfi is incredible. It's my hometown, but yeah,
Oh,
I have to say, but the food and the place and the history, the thing that you see, the boat tours to Capri, and then the Amalfi Coast, and I mean, and the wines, and yeah,
And
yeah,
then
you mentioned it.
limoncello.
And the limoncello. I mean, yeah,
Yes, lots of that,
this
lots of
is
that.
something. Yeah,
Thank you.
you're welcome.
Welcome. You're welcome.
Okay.
Yes, Amalfi is definitely a little slice of heaven. That's always what I tell people because the air is so fresh and fragrant, and of course the scenery is beautiful. So it's breathtaking. You, of course, any tour that you would have picked, you would not go wrong because they're all amazing. But
Yeah.
the Amalfi Coast is something special, and unfortunately, the secret has been out for a long time. Many people know, but you deserve to experience it too. So we're happy you're joining us. Okay, if you don't have any other questions, of course, we'll be in touch plenty over the months before you depart. But thank you for attending, and we're so happy that you're with us and that you're traveling with us and that you're going to be experiencing all these delicious things that we've spoken about today.
And
So,
thank you for the private show.
absolutely.
Yes,
That's how
it's
we
a
like
pleasure.
personalized and customized.
Can't do
Right.
any better than that.
That's
Thank you.
it. All
Grazie,
right.
Giulia.
Bye, Julie.
Bye bye.
Ciao, G. Bye, everybody.
Ciao, ciao.